Okay, so we've done all the variations now, and we're going to assume that Aria has seen this, is incredibly happy with it, and she's paid us. Hooray! So what we're going to do next is we're going to get it up onto a real domain. Now currently we have this domain down here. We can click aria-oslo-draft.supy.com, and this is kind of what the site looks like in draft mode. Now remember that we do have a published one as well. It looks like this, slightly different, kind of like an earlier version of the site. Now we can publish this, so I'm going to press publish changes. I'm happy with it. It's ready to go live. And there we go. So this is now reflected of the same thing. They look exactly the same. So what we're going to do next is get this on a full domain. Now, depending on where you've bought your domain or where your client has bought the domain, depends on how you set this up. Now, I'm going to show you the SupY editor way, and we're going to use a place called I Want My Name. It's a place that I really recommend. So if you haven't bought a domain for this, here is a good place to start. If you have it on GoDaddy or somewhere else, it's kind of the same instructions, but follow along. And some of the layout might change, but the same kind of idea. So how do we get this onto I Want My Name? So previously what I've done is I've just bought a new domain, and this is called ariaoslo.com. If I click through, I should see all the kind of settings that I have in here. So this is kind of what it looks like. What I need to do is set up my What I need to do is manage my DNS records. So I'm going to click here, and what we'll see is some random stuff. So what do we want to do here? Now, part of the SupY editor is we give you some instructions. So if I go to my settings, I have a domain setting in here. And what I want to do is add a new domain. So here what I'm going to add is ariaoslo.com. I'm also going to add the www.ariaoslo.com as well. So I've got these two things set up. So SupY's editor knows to look out for this stuff, but my domain is connected elsewhere. Kind of think of it like a phone and your phone cell service or your connection. Like you need to have a phone and the cell service to talk to each other. So this is the same kind of idea. We've got the host and we've got a domain. They just need to talk to each other. Now what we also need is down here, your personal Cname record. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to copy this and go into I Want My Name. Now what we need here is the host name, which is going to be www. Whatever it is. So I'm just going to keep it as www. My type is going to be Cname, and I'm going to paste in what I've just had. Now, some DNS places kind of get confused here. You may need to add a dot on the end if it doesn't work first time. So the same thing here. It should look like your name.supysecure.com with a dot potentially on the end. Next, I'm going to press add. There we go. And I'm going to click save DNS settings. Now what this will do is it will set up the www.ariaoslo.com. But what happens if I don't have the www at the start? Well, there isn't a way to do it using a Cname. What we actually have to do is use a forwarding. Now I Want My Name has it under here. It has it under web forwarding, under setup. I'm just going to go here and I'm going to click add web forwarding. Now what we want to do is go from a no www to a www one. So I'm going to install it here, and hopefully what it'll let me do is have the empty one going to one with https www.ariaoslo.com. Now this one isn't the SupY domain, it's the final location for this. So if I go to the empty one / whatever, it will work. If I press add, hopefully this should work. Let's find out. Now, oh no, it seems to have worked. It just said there's an error. Let's double check my domain just in case. So hopefully by just adding this in, and I go and check my domain, just to double check, DNS records, we should have two things in here. Now, sometimes it can overwrite if you do one thing first. So unfortunately it just did that. So I'm going to get rid of that Cname one and do the same thing again, www. Cname, and take it from SupY editor. Unfortunately, domains are really a pain in the butt, but we have to go with that, unfortunately. So now I've added two. So there should be two things in here. Now, this is all good. I'm going to save my DNS settings. We should see two minimum in here. There might be other things in here as well, but we have something that looks like this. Now, This can take a few hours to set up. We have to kind of propagate all over the world and tell everyone the new website. So this might not work instantly. I'm going to try it. Let's see if it works. This might not work. I'm going to copy this, paste it in, and it's not there yet. So a good little tip to do here is to actually check on your phone. So what I'm going to quickly do is unselect my Wi-Fi. There we go. And the reason for doing that is because my Wi-Fi on my computer and my phone is the same at the moment. So let's get that off. And hopefully if I go to ariaoslo.com, we should get it loading. Now this can take a few hours, so don't worry if it doesn't happen straight away. Maybe keep checking back now and again. But what we have here is something that works pretty quickly. I can actually go to this URL and send it to the client.